Ready to talk some shit?
Ready to do it. Let's go.
Episode 4.
Episode 4 only, yeah?
Yeah. Feels like we've been doing this for a while. Actually, we have though, because when we link up and talk, we've been having raw conversations.
We've been having raw conversations.
Goddamn time.
They were just not recorded.
Yeah,
that's what it is,
and that's why we started doing this.
Yeah.
Put it on wax. You know what I mean?
Put it on wax.
Yeah.
For the record.
How was your week, bro?
My week was awesome. Awesome, can't complain. Busy,
yeah.
Yeah, was sitting in for my main man Taffy.
Yo, he was in an accident.
He was in a car accident.
Oh man, I thought he was just like sick or something. That's why he
wasn't
showing up.
He was in a car accident actually.
Oh man,
he got pretty banged up. So nice to see that Mandem is still alive and well.
Shout out to Taffy.
Shout out to Taffy.
One of the realest
bad
people
boy
out here,
T. One of the realest out there, man.
He doesn't sugarcoat shit.
Doesn't.
Nah, at all. I mean? If he don't like you, that motherfucker just don't like you.
You will know.
He's not gonna fake the funk for shit.
Yeah, so big shout out to Taffy, man.
Shout out to Taffy.
Nice to see that you're getting better, bro.
Yeah. My week was great too. Monday made an appearance on Diamond.
I saw that.
And then it's funny because it's like I posted that shit because I was like their man crush Monday, and then I'm checking like my notifications, my alerts, and then there's like a laughing reaction, and then I check it, it's your ass.
Yeah,
like why were you laughing at that shit?
It's like you're a man crush. Yo,
hey man, come
you're
on
a
now.
man crush.
Yeah.
Like Chromez is a man crush.
Yeah, man.
Damn it, bro.
There's some thirst coming my way, bro. Don't underestimate the bro right now, man.
I just look. It's like, yo, you don't know what you're getting yourself into, but it's fine.
What the fuck does that mean?
The man crush Monday. I was like, you went and put this guy on TV. Yo.
Hey, shout out to Malama and Vida from Diamond TV.
Shout out to you guys, man.
Yeah. We need to have them girls up here, though.
Yeah.
We should.
We need some girls up in here
soon. Yeah.
There was a song like that, yeah.
Which one?
We need girls. We need some girls up in here. Something. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm digressing, but it is what it is. We need some girls up in here.
We do need some girls up in here, for real. All right, so that was what happened on Monday. The course of the week has been great. I don't know. Friday was just like I was just like super happy on Friday. I don't even know. Do you ever have those where like you just happy and it's not like you received some good news or anything?
Yeah,
just like in a great mood.
Yeah, I mean definitely. I get that a lot. I got that like on Friday too, and then I went on a Twitter rant and all of that.
Yo, tell me about this Twitter rant.
It wasn't even a rant.
You had a few beers and then you went to Twitter.
It was just one of those. It was one of those where it's like, wasn't even a rant. Can I call it a rant? I was just shouting out a couple of people for what they do. It's like I shouted out Cleo because I was like, yo, she works harder than most of these guys out here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Shouted out Hoster.
Oh, he's one of the real ones.
You know what I mean? Because I was like, yo, when are we going to say thank you to Hoster for giving us Zone Fam? Shouted out the whole Zone Fam squad. Shouted out Critic. Getch Groove, Lucci, all of those people. You know what I mean? Like, it was just for me, when I sit back and look at some of the things, shouted out to people who I know have been listening to me from way back, especially on that hip-hop tip.
Yeah.
So shout out to Yoli Spice. Shout out to
I didn't get a shout out, but I'm
Pearl Icy. Cool. Shout out to Yada Yada.
Is Yada Yada a real person?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, for real?
Yada, yeah, she is. Real person, very real. Yeah. One of the realest chicks out there, man.
Not about her being real, like like a real, like I mean, like I thought it was like
exists?
I thought it was like a butt or something for real. Because it's like
no, man, she's real. She's very real.
I think she followed me one time and then unfollowed and then followed again. So I'm like, is this like a real thing? Like, I just never.
No, she's real. She's very real. Like one of the, I don't know if I can call them hip hop express queens. Like one of the 4 women who used to call on a regular basis.
You're going to narrow down your audience like that, just 4 people.
No, like one of the 4 who used to call on a regular basis. All the time. Like they would call all the time.
So was it for hip hop or dip they want something else?
Hip hop, man. Hip hop. What do you think? What do you think Yoli Spice was for me? Yolanda, what's up? I love you, man. What do you think Yolanda was?
I don't know, man.
Yolanda doesn't want anything from me, man.
Shout out. I don't want that smoke, Yoli, by the way. I'm just talking shit.
She's gonna come at you on Twitter, bro.
Hey, shout out to Yoli, man.
Man.
Yeah, so let's talk some hip hop, man.
Yeah.
We did say we weren't gonna review Wayne's album last week.
No.
Because we hadn't listened to it. We were hungover as fuck, all right?
Yeah.
Like,
It was bad. It was horrible.
we were talking about the guns, and I think I said AKA instead of AK-47.
Let's go. AKA.
Hey, man. So,
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Last week was
It was a mess, man.
mess.
We're literally just crawling through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lil Wayne dropped his album 28th of
Bro.
September. And in the previous episode, we did say that we're expecting the album to be trash.
To be trash, yeah.
Yeah. So now we've had a chance to listen to it.
That's a lot of music.
Yeah.
So for one album.
23 tracks.
For one album, it's a lot of songs.
I guess it was expected, though. Because it's like
For
you
there to
haven't
be
put
a lot
out
of songs?
Yeah, I mean, he hadn't dropped an album in a long
Do
time.
people care that much about that much music from one artist on one album? Now, in this day and age. The attention span being so low.
So when people talk about attention span, are they talking about the new listener that's been introduced to hip hop now, or the old school? Because I know the old school cats loved like a whole lot of music. You know what I mean? Like because you're able to dissect that.
Yeah.
You enjoy more music from your favorite artists. But like now, I don't know. Like when we're talking about attention span, does that include people who've been listening to Wayne since Carter 2, for example? Like the older, more savvy ear.
I think so. Because it's like I'm also not trying to listen to all that music. I'm like, I got something to do. At some point I will, I almost want to listen. I almost want it to be like, okay, how do I listen to this album?
Yeah.
And be objective, and because by the time I'm getting to song number 9,
Yeah.
I'm like, song number 3. Wait, what was song number 3? You know what I mean?
Okay. So, but then there's the whole thing of going back and listening. Like you can't just.
I felt like I was probably supposed to listen to it, and it's like, okay, 7 tracks, I'll listen, and then the other 7 or the other whatever, I'll listen later. Sort of like that, because it's like just sitting down and just constantly listening. I zoned out a couple of times. So it's like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's just me. Other people have got, different intakes of music and all of that jazz, but that was just me. I got a little bit. Okay.
I see. I mean, it's natural as a human being.
Yeah.
You can't really concentrate on one thing for a very, very long time, unless you're like constantly reminding yourself that you need to focus. Because there'll be times, like even when you're studying something, reading something, you're reading, but your mind is not really there. And then you realize it's like, yo, wait a minute. What am I supposed to?
What was I reading?
What the fuck was I reading? You have to go back. So
thinking about booty everywhere.
There you go.
Something like that.
Yeah. So what is your overall take on this album?
Overall take?
Yeah. Before you go into
overall take is not trash. Overall take.
I agree.
It's not trash.
I agree.
You know what I mean? It's not trash.
At all.
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's certain songs. There's certain songs. There's certain songs that I listened to and I was like, he wasn't doing that rubbish of I just get in the booth and I'm freestyling this.
Yeah. He wrote something.
Like he wrote this. Some of those songs you can hear it. You can hear it clearly. Hear it. It's like, okay, look, this is one of those where he was just like in a zone and yeah. Percocets and whatever, and then he got in the booth.
Yeah.
And then some songs you can tell it's like, yo, there's depth here.
Yeah.
There's depth here, and this depth came from I'm sitting down and I'm writing some shit because I want it to be dope.
Yeah.
Because the expectation is high.
The pressure got to Wayne.
Yeah, the pressure got to Wayne.
Yeah.
I think it had to. Any normal person would, because it's different now. The game is different. The landscape is different.
True.
The hip hop landscape is different. You can't just be just like, oh, I'm a badass lyricist, so listen to me. Nah, it's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even about lyricism now. It's about a wave. You know, it's like sounding wavy on a joint, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to be saying the most phenomenal things. If you can do that, by all means, go ahead. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to relate to you being on the charts or being, you know, perceived as the biggest artist out there.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
You know, Migos.
The game has changed.
Yeah, Migos are not necessarily like oh, super lyrical or whatever. They're not, you know, going in 16, 20 or whatever bars.
Yeah.
But like, they're just, you know, it's a wave, man. Your take?
Overall take, it's not trash.
Yeah.
It's not trash. I like the fact, I feel like with this album, Wayne was trying to prove that there's that track Dedicate where you know you can hear 2 Chainz on the hook, and he's basically like, yo, Wayne started all of this, you know, tats on the face.
Exactly.
You know, he's been doing this auto-tune shit, all of that. So it's like,
he is the father of this current generation.
Like Wayne on this album, I think he was trying to prove the fact that he still can rap, right?
Yeah.
And also he can do this shit that the kids are doing better than they can do it.
Yeah.
Which is what I think the first half of the album is. So that's why you got that XXX Tentacion track. You got Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Like
that joint.
Yeah. Kendrick is one of the new kids as well. And you know, he's on the first half of the album. That's a jam.
That's a jam.
And then second half of the album, I feel like it's like a grown and sexy kind of thing. That's where you hear the features change there. You hear Snoop, you hear Nivea, you hear Ashanti.
I was like, what the hell?
There you go. Dude, and that track is hard.
Yeah.
Super wavy. Some old school type shit.
Old school type, you know? But I was like, yo, dude brought back Ashanti.
Yeah, he did.
I think her probably booking number is going to go a little bit higher now.
Straight,
you know what I mean?
Straight.
She's on the Carter 5. You know? Yo. Yeah. I was super proud. I was like, yo, do your thing, girl.
Yeah. I mean, I really found it interesting that, you know, remember there was that interview where they asked him like, yo, what do you think about the new kids, like Kodak Black or whatever? And he's like, are those people? Like, who's that? Were you just talking about human beings just now? You know? And then now listening to this, it's like he's embracing that new sound and the new kids.
Yeah. I mean, look,
he had to.
He had to. It's all about adaptation. Adaptation and being relevant. For me, in everything that you do, in every sphere, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's medicine, economics to music, I think it's especially if you're somebody who's been in the game for a while, you're gonna need to adapt, and you know, because the adaptation is basically because you want to stay relevant. You can do the old things and you will still get some respect and all of that, but if you want to stay relevant and making noise right now, you have to change. You have to switch it up. You have to, you know, but obviously in the confines and the comforts that are still you. Don't change completely. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to stray too far off trying to embrace the new sound.
Not at all.
And then you sound kind of lost in the mix of that.
In the mix of all of that crap and whatever. But yeah, man.
So I have to say, like, you know, he was basically just showing how he's influenced this new generation.
Yeah. Like, absolutely. Look.
That's
I don't know if this album is gonna be like, for me, I think it's just proof that there's still hope for Wayne, because we were saying it's like, yo, we don't know if this tanks, it's over. It's over. Because then, especially with the way he looks, I was just thinking, it's like, if this album doesn't do well at all, it's probably just going to lead to depression and more drugs.
Go back to drugs and stuff.
2-3 years from now, Lil Wayne found dead in a bathroom.
Oh gosh.
You know what I mean? Like I thought about that, and I thought that would be the way he's gonna go. But now, you know
what, Wayne, I feel like for the longest time, wow, this is
super loud
sound gonna make it into the it's raw conversations. One thing I had picked up when I was listening to Dedication 6, right, was like the mixtape was, it wasn't that great. And now only because like he was, you could tell he was freestyling the thing a whole lot. And it's like, I feel like when Wayne is freestyling, one of the things that sort of always pops up in his mind is pussy. And like every time he was rapping, not rapping about pussy, he sounded dope. Like he's not saying no stupid shit. Like he's just straight going in. And that's what I heard on this album. Like I think he only mentioned pussy a few times. It wasn't like a major thing. It wasn't on the album. Like when Wayne is not talking about pussy or drugs, Wayne is dope.
Wayne is dope.
And that's what I got from this album.
But
compared, sorry, you were about to say?
No, for me, it's a sigh of relief. You know, it's a sigh of relief. Like, ooh,
yeah,
you know, he's still got a couple of punches to throw. You know, I'd like him to change his image a little bit, but it is.
Yeah, I think that would help.
He looks like garbage, hot garbage, hot trash. He looks horrible.
Yeah, no, he does.
You know.
But you know, he like the way the album just starts, like. That was unfair, man. It's like
because I was like, "What am I listening to?" Because it starts with his mom, crying and saying how she's proud of him and how super proud she is, and all of these different things. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and then she's crying, like she's crying, and I'm like, okay.
And then the next track, because obviously that gets you in your feels. Then the next track is with XXXTentacion. And like for me, I was a fan of the dude, so hearing that, I was just like, "Yo, I am gripped at this point." You know what I mean? And then just the way the album goes on progressing and stuff is just, oh man, like I could say that it's layered properly. It wasn't just like throwing tracks around.
It wasn't. It was thought out.
But compared to the other, because this is the Carter series, bro. You unfortunately we have to. We have to compare according to the line of this from Carter 1 to Carter 5. Like, where does this Carter sit for you? What the fuck is wrong with this PC?
I don't know, man. I almost feel like you remember the. I think we've had this conversation. I don't know if it's on Raw Conversations, or just, you know, over a whiskey somewhere else. But you remember, I firmly believe this is going back to another probably equally iconic artist or rapper, Jay-Z. I sincerely believe, for me, that Jay-Z's career will probably have to be divided into. Like you cap it or you stop it at the Black Album, going downwards, and then everything else after the Black Album. Because I felt like after the Black Album, that the Jay-Z that came back wasn't Jay-Z that the street dude. You know, it was Jay-Z the businessman. It was Jay-Z the businessman. It was you couldn't. For me, my favorite Jay-Z album is Laughing Times of Sean Carter Volume 3. I listened to that. I had the tape. I used to listen to that. Yes, I said tape. I had the tape and I listened to that.
Yes,
back
kids. There was something called a tape.
To back. You know what I mean? That is to me the best Jay-Z album ever.
Okay.
That's my 2 cents.
That's not a very popular opinion.
That's not a very popular opinion, but I don't give a fuck.
Now I know you don't give a fuck.
You have your album. I have your favorite.
You know the popular opinion is Blueprint 3 for a lot of people, but then a lot of people like to throw in Reasonable Doubt. For me, I mean, for a lot of people like to throw in Reasonable Doubt at the top. But I think it's just a cool thing to say.
It's just a cool thing to say. I would really probably even go with Black Album. Because Black Album, I tell people this all the time. Black Album, when Black Album dropped, Jay-Z, I think, sincerely believed that was his retiring, that's his last album. He sincerely believed that. So even the music and the way he gave it to people. If you watch the documentary, I had the documentary and the performance at Madison Square Garden. I watched that. several times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The process of making that whole album. And he believed that
He was done.
he was done. He got mad at Just Blaze because he walked in the booth and then Just Blaze was playing video games.
Yeah.
Playing video games early in the morning. You know what I mean? This is my last album.
Why are you playing Nintendo?
Playing video games. You know what I mean? So he was mad at that shit. But the thing is, I can't compare that Jay to Jay-Z now. You know what I mean? The fact that Jay-Z gives us music and I can listen to Bam. You know, I'm not sitting there like, oh, does Jay-Z still have it? Is he still rapping? What is he saying? It's like he's saying things and all of that and the important things, but like I'm not trying to compare him to anybody right now. I'm not even. It's just like if he was on a track with Kendrick, I don't think he would be trying to out rap Kendrick.
Yeah. He's on a different.
He's on a different
now.
level now. So with the Carter 5, I don't know. It's in the series, but I feel like
it's not in the series.
It's not in the series.
It's not worthy.
It's
because look, as good
I
as it
feel
is,
like it probably should have had another title.
That is true.
But then I think it would have taken away from the anticipation of it and all of these different things.
Yeah.
It would have taken away from that.
Yeah.
Because if it was just another different album and different name and whatever, it wouldn't have been as exciting.
There you go. Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. So where does it rank? That was the original question before you got into Jay-Z. Is it last?
Should we go from on a scale of 1 to 10?
Where you rank it among the other 4 albums, like
among the other 4? I'd probably say it's the
last.
It's the last one. And that's not to say it's just like it's a diss. It's still a great album. You know what I mean? It's just that, look, if you've been scoring 10s and then you score a 7, 7 is still very good.
It's still a good number.
It's still a good number.
Average.
It's above average.
Yeah.
But it's just not a 10.
Yeah. That's true.
Hope you get the science.
Yeah. The math. You're right. It's like, look, like with the other Carters, it was like that. It's like timeless music, you know. Like even Carter 3, as poppy as it got, it still had depth, and you can go back to that album and listen to like songs like Mr. Carter, you know, Dr. Carter, like just these great songs that like have aged very well. I don't see this album aging as well as the other 4, because like 6 foot, 7 foot from Carter 4 is a banger,
bruh.
How to Hate,
Cold
How to
Guns.
Love, all of that stuff.
Cold
like
Guns.
Yeah.
Come on now.
So it's like it's a great album, but compared to the other series. But then I guess maybe that would be too. Maybe we might be harsh by saying that, because it's like that was like a different time in his life.
Yeah,
he was a way better rapper then. You know, he was faster. I mean, I don't know. His brain was working faster then, before the drugs and all that. Before the lean. Yeah, before the lean, particularly. So you know, it's still a great effort. It's still a great effort. Still a great effort.
Still a great effort.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. That track with Travis Scott. I was really impressed with the wordplay. That was a dope track. The wordplay on that. It kind of plays. What I felt from that was sort of like when Joyner Lucas gets like one of these new school beats, and then just goes with just fucks it up. You know what I mean? That's kind of like what he did there. Yeah. You know?
I mean, like, he went in on that one.
Yeah,
he went in on that one. You know, I have to say,
yeah.
I was like, okay, hats off, you still got it.
I was like legit bumping my head. Like, yo, Wayne.
Yeah, man.
No, mad respect for Wayne.
Mad respect, man. We like the album. Yeah. We like the album. It's not trash.
It's not trash.
It's not trash.
I mean, look, we were still being objective when we said it would be trash. You know what I mean? And we did say if it wasn't trash, we'd tell you.
Yeah. So it's not trash. It's all good. It's all good.
But there's a few disposable tracks on that.
No, a lot of them. A couple of them actually.
There's a few you could have left out. Yeah. Yeah. The track with Nicki.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
I think it's a loyalty thing when it comes to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But why is Drake not on the album?
Oh, snap. I was reading something about that.
What did it say?
because I don't know whether there was just a miscommunication.
You
know, it's like they had sent Drake the song, and then he was supposed to send it back, and then he didn't send it back. He didn't lay his verse.
Oh, something
like there was just some form of weird communication with Drake and Wayne.
That's crazy. I'd think Drake would drop whatever he's doing when he hears Wayne wants a verse.
Yeah, but
that dude saved your life.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's absolutely true. But I think I started reading the story, but I think I got distracted and something else happened, and then I moved on to something else. But like I read the story actually. I started to read the story. That was last week. But I don't know. I just got distracted. But there was something about miscommunication and not getting the track done in time. Blah 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 blah. Something like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, bro.
All right. So Carter 5, good album.
Good album, man.
Good album for this day and age.
For this day and age, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna have a lasting impact like that. No. If it does, then maybe if they just create some amazing visuals, some super creative stuff, and all of that, that's just going to emphasize the album. And some of the songs on the album, they have to be very smart about that. But we'll see.
Some of the tracks are really visual, like like the one with the Mona Lisa with Kendrick.
Oh yeah. I mean that one. If they made a video for that, that would get on the charts real quick.
They need to make a video for that "Don't Cry" track too. I think would be really nice.
Yeah,
might actually be. I think that's like maybe top 3, one of my favorite tracks on the album.
Don't cry.
Yes, I love that song, man. I love it. So you know what? Like during Kendrick's verse, he mentioned something about we've been having conversations like this where it's like he makes reference, like he's asking the chick like, you've been cheating on me. Did you suck his dick? Or you thought you've been sucking this nigga dick? And I've been saying like, if a chick cheats on you, the first question you ask her is, did you suck his dick?
Question number 1.
That's the first question. That's the first thing I want to know. Because if you sucked his dick,
then it's personal.
That's something else. Yeah, that's super personal. Like, wait, you got on your knees? You open your mouth? You remember? And you got, goddamn.
So it's like there could be peace and forgiveness if she just slept with him.
Yeah.
But
I think y'all could talk about it. If she sucked his dick, that's something else. No, think about it. As a dude, like, do dudes just go down on any chick that they meet?
No, they don't. If
a dude gives head to a chick, then it's serious.
Yeah, that's like the wifey. That's the girlfriend.
The girlfriend.
That's the one.
If you're cheating on your girl and you're going down on other chicks, that's like super disrespectful.
There's certain individuals who just like doing that.
Oh man,
there's just certain individuals who like doing that. Guys and girls. Just like it's easy for them.
Oh man,
you know what I mean?
Oh shit,
it's easy for them. There's certain people who would rather do that than have sex, like actual intercourse.
Wow, that's some weird shit though. Like you'd rather.
Yeah, there's some people who do that. Just like suck a dick or go down on the chick. There's some people who'd rather do that than actually,
So you have the starter and not go for the main course.
Yeah.
I just came here for the fries.
Just
for the wings, not the pizza. I'm just
There's some people who are like that. There's a friend of mine. He's a bit. I don't know if it's loony or maybe he's got problems, but I think he's a junkie now.
Yeah.
But like, he was a cool dude, very very successful. He was one of those Katondo guys who got an agwidi kind of fast.
Yeah.
Kind of sorta. And that was his thing. He's like, bro, I just like doing that. I don't even have to sleep with the chick. I just like going down on babes.
Oh wow.
I just like going down on babes. I was like, for real. I was like, yeah, man, that's that. For me, that's D. That's what I do, bro. I just like going down on babes. I don't even have to smash it. I can just go down on her. She lands. I even roll a blunt, put her. This is like, and then this is in the best impersonation I can. Yeah.
So it's just go down on the chick and that's.
It's like, bro, goddamn, this is what actual words. I remember this, and this is, keep in mind, this is, wow. I don't know how many years ago.
Yeah.
He was standing there, and we were with another dude called Killer K. You know what I mean? And he was saying it's like Buddha. If just you bring me the finest chicks in Kabwata Buddha and just line them up, saying it's like free head on top there, say I can give Buddha. True story.
Oh goddamn!
People who know me from way
that's trash.
Know who I'm talking about. And if you heard Killer K in that, know
he's a legend in the hood. Yeah, no, but seriously, word of advice from Uncle Chromez.
There you go.
Don't fucking go down on somebody. You know what I mean? Unless you like it's serious. For real though. Yeah. If you're cheating and you're going down on somebody else, God damn it, bro.
It's crazy.
No.
It's bananas.
So if a chick cheated on me, that's the first question I'd ask.
Okay. Did you go down on him?
Did you go down on him?
Yes, I did.
It's over. It's over. We're done.
I don't even want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it, man.
Oh, we didn't even have sex.
No,
it's over.
You went down on him. That's something else. That's disrespectful.
It's bananas. It's bananas.
Yeah. All right. So, Quattro Music Awards, man.
Quattro Music Awards, man. They went down.
I didn't watch the show because Rocktober was on the same day.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't.
We were together.
Yeah. Fuck it, I forgot.
We were together.
We were hanging out together. Yeah.
And all of that. But yeah, that happened. I have to say a big shout out to XYZ and
they swept it, huh?
They swept it. You know what I mean? Like they did their thing.
So JK got a Lifetime Achievement Award. Was this the right time to give JK a Lifetime Achievement Award when everyone is trashing him because he did that Dununa reverse track? It's like everyone's like, fuck JK right now.
I tweeted. This was yesterday before I didn't even know about the JK stuff.
Yeah.
I tweeted just like, when are we going to give Exile a Lifetime Achievement Award? And then he even tweeted back, he was like, Lindirani Nikote. I was like, no, we'll give you one now, and then when you're old, we'll give you another one. You know? But the thing is, for me, I mean, JK Lifetime Achievement Award, why? How? Based on what?
He's one of the best-selling Zambian artists of...
No, but like, what's the last dope JK song you heard?
I don't think Lifetime Achievement has to do with the last dope song that you had, though.
No, but
like, it has to do with your body of work.
Yeah, but like, okay, his body of work. When is the last dope JK album? Which one was it? When did it drop?
Wow.
When last did JK launch an album?
He hasn't launched an album in a while. He hasn't had an album in a long time, actually.
Yeah, so are we just saying
the old shit?
The old stuff.
The old stuff, yeah.
So that's not a Lifetime Achievement Award. That's recognizing what you did back then.
What was the last dope album Exile put out?
I don't know.
So that's the same thing with JK?
No. I mean, from Exile to Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the name of the album?
That's the name of the album.
Exile to Israel.
Yeah, from Exile to Israel.
What tracks were on that album?
It's a gospel album. So you didn't listen to it?
I didn't listen to it.
Yeah, but like, honest. Look, right now, one of the biggest songs.
Not because it wasn't because it was gospel. No, I just didn't get around to listen to it.
No, like one of the biggest songs on radio right now. Maybe it's died down a bit, but like the past maybe 3 months was the
Makitua.
Yeah, the JK. Israel. Makitua.
But Makitua and Israel, every time they come together, that's what happens.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, it's like he's still in the conversation.
And then how is he?
Ken One will still run back to him and say, "Save my life, bro."
Yo, leave
save
Ken
my
One
life
alone. That's the homie.
So what I'm saying, yeah, he's the homie too. But what I'm saying is,
is he really the homie?
He's the homie. Like me and him are cordial, bro.
Do y'all talk when y'all meet?
Yeah, we do.
Really?
We do.
Really?
We spoke. I mean, the last time we were at the Thingamajig, I think Annex. I don't remember what event that was.
Okay.
But we bumped into each other in the bathroom. We did shake hands.
Of course,
but
you don't
like,
shake hands
what
in the bathroom.
You don't shake hands in the bathroom with another man.
Yeah. After he's this.
Yeah. So, what I'm saying is, it's like there's still Exile features that are happening right now.
Exile.
Even though Israel.
Is that what you call him?
What?
On the Loki? Exile? You know what? He might be Exile. Because he's still doing secular features and all of that. Like Exral, he should just call himself that.
Exral.
We have a new name for you, bro.
Full of rubbish.
Exral. Yes.
So
no. Are we agreeing on this? We're not gonna agree on this.
We're not agreeing on Exral. We're not agreeing on that.
Okay.
Israel is still in the conversation. He's still doing features, big features with big artists. He's still there.
Yeah, and JK's been doing the same thing. He had a track with Yemi Alade before she blew up. He's a visionary. I could even say that. I can go as far as saying that.
JK's a visionary.
He saw the trajectory and he got her right before.
Right before what?
Right before he couldn't do a track with her.
Yeah.
You know
But she was still a little bit of a big deal.
Did she have Johnny out at that time?
I think so. That's what.
So she was huge.
Isn't that her claim to fame?
Yeah,
like that's the thing that made
there
her
you
blow
go.
up.
So he actually got her when she was hot.
Yeah, and she's been hot. And FYI, I follow her on Instagram now, and I was like, I said this on radio today. I was like, I don't call her Yemi Alade, I call her Yummy Alade.
Such a person.
Now that's a name change we can agree on. Yummy Alade.
Oh, Yummy. I think you only started following her after I put her as my woman crush Wednesday a few weeks back.
No, I didn't.
No, you did?
No, I didn't.
Oh, really?
No, I
you ain't
didn't.
being phony right now, bro?
No, I'm not being phony.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm watching you, bro.
I like Yummy. I like Yummy. Yummy is yummy. Yummy is yummy. Anyway,
she can get it all kinds of ways.
Yeah, she's a nice yellow.
Oh.
We're talking about Lifetime Achievement Award. I don't know. It's just like I don't think JK should be getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Why though? Like, what is the point of?
I think Amayenge should get a Lifetime Achievement Award.
I think they already have gotten.
Yes, they should give them another one.
I think
before they give one to JK.
I think they got a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2005.
They should give them another one.
That's how long they've been
before
out.
they give it to JK. Look, all I'm saying is I don't think.
No, but you know what? Like, I think let's look at this man's career. He changed music videos, Zambia music videos
please
forever.
Give one to Chameleon.
Why? No, explain why. Like, what's the connection with adding him into this?
No, because Chameleon.
What was Chameleon's last big album? He put out like a dance album. Did you remember that? Remember that shit? Yo, you didn't listen to that, did you?
No. No, but what I'm saying is, if you look at the time they blew up, it's around the same time, isn't it?
Yeah.
The hits they had.
Yeah. They all deserve it, though.
Like, look, if you're gonna give JK, then give one to Chameleon.
But who says he's not gonna get one?
Yeah,
Are you like projecting this shit? Like he's not gonna get one? Is that what you're expecting?
No, I'm not rejecting it. I'm just saying. It's just
expecting. I said expecting. Well, you're expecting that.
It's just I watched Chameleon. You know what I mean? At Rocktober, and I was like, yo, man, them had some fire joints. You know what I mean?
And I think if JK. Shout out to KJ. I think if JK performed, we would have probably thought the same thing. Does Nasty D deserve a Lifetime Achievement Award?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
What was the last album he put out? I don't think it's about the last album.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so it shouldn't matter with JK too then. You're being phony.
I'm being phony because of Dununa Reverse, bro.
There you go. All right. Now we got the truth
You
out.
misled.
We were waiting
You misled them. You misled the Zambians. And they voted with that song in their head, and it's all your fault.
Yeah.
Now fuel prices are up.
There you
Dora
go.
is tweeting like she's tweeting because of you, JK.
There you go.
It's your fault.
So just to give you some context, like JK recorded a record called Dununa Reverse that absolutely blew up. It was the theme song for the campaign of the Patriotic Front, which is the ruling party now. So when they were campaigning, they used his track like through and through. And some people could actually attribute the win to that song.
Absolutely.
You know?
100.
Like, it's the same way when Dandy Crazy did Donch Kubeba. That was like a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So a lot of people hate JK now. Well, they dislike him. Hate is a strong word.
Hate is a strong word. They dislike him.
They dislike him because now the government has been fucking up major. And so it's like it's your fault that we have these niggas in
I
power.
just hope he got a lot of money for that. I hope he got the type of money that says I don't have to sing another song.
I don't think he got that much money, bro. To be honest, I don't know.
It's a shame.
I don't think so. So let's look at some of the other categories.
Oh yeah, some of the other categories.
Some interesting ones.
Some interesting ones. Pompey won. Pompey won.
Who did he beat out?
Who did he beat out? I think he beat out his, is it label mate or whatever? He beat out Mag 44. I remember that. I don't remember anybody else. It doesn't really matter. But like,
which category are you looking
most
at?
conscious song.
Okay, conscious.
Best conscious.
No. Most conscious song went to Wezzy.
Oh, sorry. Then that for Silence was what?
Silence was probably best gospel song.
There you go.
He got gospel album of the year.
Sorry. Best gospel song, Pompey Silence. He won that.
Yeah. Gospel album of the year was Become by Pompey.
Best mainstream. Did you see that?
Who was in best mainstream? Okay.
Makitu won with Umuntu and
I don't think I've heard that song before.
There you go. Have you listened to the last Makitu album?
Honestly, no, not yet.
All right.
A lot of people were complaining about how the album got nominated 2 weeks after it was released.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why people like Sheffy were like, I'm not gonna show up.
Yeah. J-Rock's, Mumpy as well.
Too.
They were like, fuck it, we're not doing this. So Sheffy was actually like, because he pulled out of the award. Award show.
Pulled out.
Dirty man, the Japs.
Pull out game is strong.
And there was like some Twitter thing that went on where like I think just like somebody on Twitter was like, yo, you pulled out of the awards, but you're still being mentioned in the categories. Like, what's up with that? And his response was something to the effect of, yo, maybe it's about marketing. Like, they're trying to get people to watch. True. So my question is, did the artists just say they're not going to be part of the show on Twitter and not write to the organization? Like, you're supposed to put it in writing. Like, I'm not gonna be part of this, so they can take your name out. But if it was just a Twitter thing, they can still keep your name on
like
that.
the way he made the announcement, it sort of seemed like that was the official statement. I would like to announce that I will not be participating in the da-da-da-da-da-da. It wasn't like, oh, I'm telling you this by the way as my fans. It's like, oh, I'm not going to be part of that. It was like the official statement that he released. So I don't know if he, CC'd the Kwacha Music Awards. I don't know if he did that. I don't know if he wrote. I have no clue.
Yeah.
If he wrote.
So, Song of the Year.
Yeah.
For a long time.
For a long time.
It's for a long time Song of the Year.
It beat out Banjo.
Not too happy about that because you all know I love Chester.
Yes.
Been a fan. Before it was cool for y'all to like him. Okay?
Yeah, he's been going on about Chester for a long time. Before for a long time and before Banjo.
Yeah.
Before Banjo.
Yeah.
Chromez was trying to get me on that Chester wave. I was like, hell to the freaking no. No, thank you.
See, I saw this, man.
Get on that Matatu train and I am not like, bye. I will walk, thank you very much. So, he's been a Chester fan for a long time. Look,
for a long time.
The thing is I just don't like his music.
It's not sonically pleasing to you.
Nah. Okay. I'd rather listen to PK Shala. It's fine. I listen to PK Shala. I listen to Afunika even. I just don't. I don't know, man.
For me, the interesting thing about Chester is he basically is doing original Zambian music, which is storytelling. That was what Zambian music was about. It's like, teaching, talking about positive things and all of that. You know what I mean? And just the melodies, man. He's got them. Shout out to Chester.
I wouldn't know.
That's the thing.
I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. It's cool, man. So I've seen him a couple of times. Said what's up a couple of times. You know what I mean? This is obviously
I've never met him before. I would love to meet him.
Yeah, it's nothing personal or whatever it is, but it's just one of those things. It's like I just don't vibe with his music. That's it.
See.
You know what I mean? That's all it is.
It's cool not to embrace your own.
Yeah, but like I don't. For a long time.
So for a long time, beat out Don't Lead Me On.
Nah.
The T-Sean and T-Boy. Dance Yama Bosele by Shanky. Rich Beezy, Ungaende Omunzi. Van Damme by Inez Long as well. Well, Van Damme is not Song of the Year. No, that can't. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It was a big song, but
it was a
can't
big
be
song.
Song of
it was
the Year.
a big song, but I don't think it's Song of the Year.
So here's the thing here. Like it's a popular vote thing. So XYZ fans are extra. Like they'll always whatever's got XYZ on it. They're just
gone. Yeah.
It's the best thing that's out there.
It's kind of like the way people vote PF. It's like president, member of parliament, councillor. It's like just put straight. As long as there's PF.
Look, if I was a presidential candidate tomorrow and I was at the helm of PF, I would probably win.
Yeah, you probably win.
Being the next president of this country.
Yeah, just because you're PF.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. The same things. It's like XYZ fans are just.
Yeah, you can't argue with an XYZ fan.
You cannot. They're like Manchester United fans.
Bullshit.
You know what I mean? Like they are stuck up.
Bullshit. We ain't like that.
Manchester United fans are stuck up. They look like they all came from the same mother.
Arsenal fans, though.
And she didn't breastfeed.
What the
So they're a little bit,
man. You're acting a little extra right now.
Nah, I'm just saying.
So best male artist, Sheffy, Kaladocious, Makitu, Shanky, T-Sean, and Slap D won that.
Yeah,
I would agree with this one.
There you go.
Because Slap D has been on a wave.
Slap D's been on a wave this year, man.
Yeah. He's been on a wave.
He's not just making music, but he's also making money.
He's making a shit ton.
The endorsements and all of these different things, and I like him or hate him, but if you're a Zambian artist, Zambian hip hop artist, or whatever type of artist you are, take a leaf. Watch him, see what he does, how he does it, and all of those different things. Not even Makitu is getting endorsements like that.
True.
Not even Makitu is getting endorsements like that.
True.
Because right now you might even think it's like, at some point they used to be at par, but like now it looks like Slap is ahead.
Yeah. That's the perception right now.
That's the perception.
And he didn't even have an album out this year.
There you go. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, he's able to move the needle without not even on the music front, like just the way he's branding himself and all of that. Like it's really just like. It's really changed stuff, but I think he needs to drop an album next year. Like you just have to.
Most definitely,
he has to drop an album just to put like a stamp.
Black and White 3?
No. No.
What do you mean no?
No. Because
like the Carter series, but
no.
Slap D XYZ version.
No. Because and I'll be honest here, Black and White 2 for me didn't live up to the hype. Like the first Black and White is a classic.
Yeah.
So for you to make a follow up to that, like you have to, if you make a Carter 1, there has to be the Carter 2. You know what I mean? Blueprint 1, the Blueprint, you gotta have like the second one that you drop has to live up to the series. Yeah. And I don't blame him. It's like, look, a lot of times with these series, there's a very few artists who have successfully
go back to back.
Who have put out like a series of albums that are like named after each other, but then it's like it's a sequel to this. Very rare that you find artists who are able to
pull it off.
But if he wants to drop a Black and White 3, it better be like do it better than what you did with
it's possible. I mean, all he has to do is put Dave on like 3 songs.
Which is what he did on Black and White 2. About 3. Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But he does need to drop an album. He does need to drop an album.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, like now the expectation is different. You see, it's like I even tweeted this yesterday when I was on my little rant. I was like, look, Chandambao has been around for how long?
About a year or two. 3
years. Keep in mind that Chandambao has got a feature with Dalles.
Yeah.
Dalles, legendary Dalles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
North God.
Yeah.
Dalles.
Yeah.
There are people who've been in this industry for a long ass time.
Yeah.
And they still don't have a feature like that.
That's true.
They don't have a feature like that. So for me, my thing is now with especially with Slap and the Pato ranking feature.
Yeah.
My thing is, what's next now?
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now I feel like if you're just gonna have another Bobby East feature and whatever, yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you started it. Now we want more. Now you're gonna have to give us more. You're gonna have to. I don't know. It's just like, yo.
It's like you give a dog a different kind of meat on a certain day.
Now that's the meat we want.
That's the meat
we want features like that.
Yeah. True. I mean, you know what? I hope there was a long-term plan with the Pato ranking thing, because it's like, and by that I mean it's like, okay, when we grab this feature, we're gonna grab this other feature. Then we'll go like this. This is how we're gonna move. Like I hope it's just not a situation where we're like, oh, we're Owen Livingston. I got my producer here. We can make a makeshift studio and record some shit and make a song, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because you've fed the beast.
Now we want more.
Now the beast wants more.
Because it's like, for me, like the next logical thing, Slap D featuring Burna Boy.
There was Slap D versus AKA. What happened to that? Remember that African hip hop thing? Like there was the poster that came out, and I had posted like, "Yo, like this is dope."
Yeah.
But you got to make sure you body this dude, because if you do, then you leave. Like people in SA are gonna hear it and be like, "Oh, who's this dude?"
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, but we haven't seen that feature come to fruition. I would think that'll be a great.
Didn't he need to get a certain number of likes or something, or whatever?
Was that
that real? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Was that the deal?
I'm not sure. Like that, I thought that was what was on the page. No, like get to like 20,000 likes or something, or
and then we'll drop the track.
And then
So the track wasn't in existence then.
No.
Because if I was slapping, I had that track, I'd leak the shit out of that song.
Of course, I think he would have been like, oops,
oops, bro. Record a video. Shoot a video, put it out there, and goddamn,
it would have been dope. You know what I mean? But
so that I don't think that song exists.
I don't think it did. I don't think it does. And like right now, AKA is just getting bigger and bigger. Levels just went double platinum.
Oh, it's double plat now.
It's double plat now.
Double plat.
You know what I mean? So big shout out to AKA, bro. He's definitely doing his thing. Touch My Blood is a fire album.
I mean, you've been saying that.
If you have not listened to that album, you need to listen to that album.
Is it better than Alter Ego?
Probably is.
Bullshit. That's like a classic, bro.
Listen, you haven't listened to the album, so what are you? How are you gonna have an argument with me?
That's because like he has dropped albums after that, but it's just never lived up to Alter Ego.
This is what I was telling people. It's like, look, I was saying it's like Critic is probably the most complete Zambian rapper we've ever had.
One of the most complete even African artists.
Yeah. And I was like, if you've never listened to District Rhyme or Poetry in Mine, I don't even bother having a conversation. In fact, I said unfollow me.
There you go. That's how serious it was.
Because if you can go back and listen to District Rhyme and the brilliance on District Rhyme as a hip hop album, and then the weirdness and the craziness and the quirkiness of Nkandu Kataya, and like I like pop rock, and then get a hip hop dude, and then we incorporate pop rock, and it's poetic and it's beautiful and all of that crazy stuff, bruh. You know, how are we going to have a conversation about? You're not savvy enough to have that conversation. Yeah. So let's not have the conversation until you listen to Touch My Blood.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about it. I can give you the album.
Yeah, please give me the album.
I'll give you the album. No problem. It's on my phone.
But like, I'm already saying it's not better than Alter Ego.
Fuck out of here. Nobody cares what you think, Chromez. Touch My Blood is a classic.
I'm sure. What? Are you already calling? No, that's some bullshit now. Like that's bullshit. When people call something a classic, just when it just dropped like what 2-3 months ago.
Have you heard Magriza?
No, I haven't heard the album Fanatik.
Have you heard Fela in Versace?
Yes, I have heard that song.
Yeah,
and it's like, that's not a classic record. I'm sorry, it's a great song. It's not a classic song.
My G.
Fela in Versace is not a classic record.
It's like I'm arguing with a blind person. It's just like, what's the point?
What I need is ears for music, bro. What you talking about? Eyes. Fuck all of that shit.
You need to be quiet, Chromez. Like, you
Are
haven't
you about
listened-
to play Fela and Versace?
You
Because
haven't
we've already
listened
heard
to
that
the
song.
album, so be quiet.
Okay.
Be quiet about it. Touch My Blood is a classic. It's
I'm
a
just
total-
saying, here's the thing, right? Like,
I've been listening to this album for the past, I don't know, past 3-4 weeks.
I bet Strings and Bling is better than Touch My Blood. Because the young boy Nasty C is dropping bars.
Fully In.
Is that the name
There's
of
a
the
track
song?
called Fully In. That's a dope track. There's
Is it better than Strings and Bling?
there's Magriza featuring Questa.
You're not answering my question.
There's
I
K
have
First
a-
song. Fela and Versace. Zone.
Yeah.
Like this hit after hit in this thing.
You've been listening.
Listen to the album, and then we can have this conversation. Next topic.
This nigga pulled out his phone and shit. Is it better than Strings and Bling? Have you listened to Strings and Bling? 'Cause
No,
I've
I'm not
listened to
even
that.
comparing. It's like we're comparing AKA albums.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, we're comparing AKA albums. It's like
all right, fuck you, Fanatic. All right, so are we done with the Kwacha Awards? Kwacha Music
we're
Awards.
done with the Cultural Music Awards, man.
Yeah.
But I have to say, one person who's on the wave right now is Bobby East.
Wait, before we get to Bobby East,
Yeah.
I just want to point out the fact that the Peace Preachers beat out Urban Hype, My Africa, 408 Empire, and The Vows.
In what? What category is
Best
that?
duo group. Yo, I didn't know the Peace Preachers were still doing music. Man.
Me too.
Whoa.
Who voted?
They probably, church people. People like you.
People, I don't know, but like the Peace Preachers, they're still doing music. I didn't know they were still doing music too, man. It's crazy. But yeah, too bad for money. Sorry, AJ. Badman Shappy.
I think y'all would have won that. Yeah. Y'all were my favorite to win that particular award.
Yo, if I was at the Culture Music Awards and the Peace Preachers won,
yeah.
I would have gone up to the stage and be like, yo, I'm gonna let you finish. But Urban Hype had the best. Telling you, man.
Yeah. I have to shout out Tilo for winning for best R&B song.
Big shout out, man. He's
because
doing
of
his
you
thing.
featuring Mumbayachi.
Yeah,
That's
he's
a
doing his
massive
thing.
record.
That's a brilliant record.
Beautiful song.
Beautiful video.
Yeah.
The video is.
Yeah.
I don't know who shot that video, but like that should be like the standard of videos, man.
For real though.
That was amazing.
Amazing stuff. Okay, so shout out to Sun FM for putting together
man.
Kwacha Music Awards.
I don't think these are. I don't think I haven't written this off. I kind of wrote off the previous awards. What are they? The ZMAs? Kind of wrote them off.
Why did you write them off?
Because I was like, oh, so this is just numbers, yeah. The best person doesn't win, especially with like the radio presenter categories. I was like, oh. At first, I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. The first one, yeah."
And then Thrill won the first one. We all know.
Thrill won the first one.
One of the best.
To
ever do it.
Yeah.
Then who won after that? Was it DJ Dazzle?
DJ Dazzle.
I think that's the one that I went to. Yeah.
Yeah, I think is that
we sat next to him.
Yeah. Is that the same year when? Is that the same year when Marian Chiguadera also won?
Marian Chiguadera? Yeah, that was the same year. Marian Chiguadera. No, it's Chiguadera. That's what
Marian
we call her.
Chiguadera. One Lady MC.
Lady MC.
Yeah. I think she won. I think that's the same year as well. That's when I was like, oh, okay, so this is just about
because it's ZMBC.
Because I mean, I think Kaliwa was also nominated
in that category, I believe,
like 2 years running.
Yeah.
And he never won it. And I was like, if Kaliwa is not going to win it, I know he's better than some of these guys winning right now.
Definitely better than
better
DJ
radio
Dazzle.
presenter, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is, you know. So,
but it's the same thing with these awards, though. It's popular vote. So if like it's like an award show. Like I will never get mad if I lose at an award show that has to do with popular vote, because it's like
I guess so.
It's fans, and fans don't really. It's like they don't hear you know, but the little extra work that we put in to do certain things. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So it's like, even Slap's worst song will probably still win because he has a huge bass. Yeah. That I'm not even like, this is not I'm not throwing a shot or anything. I'm just saying, generally, like any artist, it could be T-Sean, it could be Bobby East, it could be Wezzy. Like a song that even for her, she'd be like, it's probably not my best song, but because of the bass that they have, they'll still get the numbers. And that's, and award shows like that don't really get, it's like you don't, most times, let's take it to the Western world. Like, Lil Wayne will probably mention that he's a Grammy Award winning rapper before he mentions that he won a BET.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Obviously. Or People's Choice Award or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's like, because Grammys are adjudicated and these other awards, it's just, you know, text this to
kids
3344 and whatever.
Kids.
And that's it. So but shout out to the Kwacha Music Awards. We needed something though.
We needed something. We needed something. May it get bigger and more organized. Yeah,
I hope they adjudicate some of the
categories,
like album of the year.
Yeah, like bands. You know, like best band. I think you can't leave that to just the general public. You know what I mean? Like, because there's technicalities in there that the normal ear is not going to hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to get some musical experts there. But anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah. What else you want to talk about, bro?
Doris Leah and Twitter, man. Hey. Fuel tied into Doris Leah and Twitter. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I saw her before we got into this place, you know.
Oh, you saw her today?
Yeah.
Did you say hello?
Nah.
Should have taken a selfie, bro.
No, she was like, she was driving her Range Rover.
Is she single? She married?
Is she a lesbian?
She's married?
Is she lesbian?
No.
Are you sure?
No, she's not. She used to be with someone. I forget who she was with, but it was a man. I remember that.
That was a joke, by the way.
Yeah. It was a man. It was a man. But,
yeah.
I mean, I've interviewed her before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I interviewed her, like, at the showgrounds.
Is she as fine as she?
Yeah, she's fine. She's very good looking. Very good looking.
You got ass?
I don't know. I wasn't looking.
You weren't looking.
Of course,
you're not looking.
It was one of those like impromptu, you know, like yo, boom. Somebody walks in and it's like, oh, it's the minister. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was just one of those things. It was just one of those things.
What are one of those things, Fanatic?
It was one of those things, like unexpected interview, and then you have to come up with questions right there and then. You don't want to look like you don't know what you're talking about. You're on the radio, you're interviewing a minister. Yeah, so it's like your mind is in.
No, I'm just asking. Mode. I'm just asking the questions that normal guys are asking because we don't get to see her a lot. We just see her on the TV, and usually she's seated. So I wanted to know, like, when she stands up.
No, I thought you saw her walking to her car. And
no. She was in a car. She was driving out of a mall.
Would have been good for the podcast.
I would have loved that. I would have taken one.
That would have been absolutely awesome.
Yeah. That could have been like the cover of the podcast this week.
There you go.
But anyway, fuel hike.
Petrol went up by 2.31 kwacha.
Yeah.
Diesel went up by 2.64 kwacha.
Yeah.
Heard in the news today that because of that, the Millers Association has said that they obviously need to transport milli meal and grain and all of that. So
everyone's prices go up.
They're going to look at adjusting the price of milli meal upwards. So that's going up, and obviously bus prices are going to go up soon.
Taxi prices went up immediately.
Yeah, there you go.
If you were paying $50, you're paying 65 or some shit. No?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The annoying thing, a little bit of a side note. Why the hell don't taxis have fixed prices?
Because it's a
I'm going there, but from Long Acres to Mandy Hill, hypothetically speaking, like all those guys who park at Long Acres down there at the engine filling station at the Puma,
they should have.
They'll tell you different prices.
Yeah.
By the way you look and all of that, and he'll start from as ridiculous as 70. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Taxi drivers are some of the most judgmental motherfuckers, man, ever. For real, because they like you said, they judge.
They look at you
by how you're dressed, And then it's like, oh, this motherfucker, I could get some money out of this person.
Yeah.
White people have it the worst.
The worst, yeah.
Okay,
like,
it's crazy.
Like the guy is going literally 100 meters down the road.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, okay, I'm going to detach my mouse. He's like, oh, okay, I'll take you. How much? 200. Yeah, just. And then he goes this way.
Yeah.
And then he turns right and then left. And then he goes to Cairo Road and then goes back. And drops the guy. Yeah, it's like, okay.
Yeah. $200.
Yeah, $200. It's crazy.
So this is the first time that fuel has hit this mark.
It's crazy.
In the history of fuel pump prices. This is the highest ever. 16 kwacha, 06 ngwe.
Yeah.
So
per liter, bro.
Woo! This is who you voted for.
Yeah.
People that, like I always refer to the time when our president mentioned that he didn't have a vision. He didn't have his own vision.
Yeah.
And that, I know what he meant to articulate was, I'm moving forward with the vision that the late President Michael Sata had. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
But the quote has always been, I don't have my own vision.
Yeah.
And then
because clearly, because he didn't.
He didn't have one.
He didn't plan to be president.
He never knew.
How are you going to plan for something that you don't?
You never aspire.
Yeah, you don't aspire to it.
Yeah.
You understand? Even if probably he had it in his mind or he thought about it, crossed it in his mind, he was probably thinking it's like, maybe when Basata finishes his first term and the second, you know what I mean?
There were still other people that
people that they would have looked at before they looked at him.
Straight.
So he didn't have that plan.
They would look at Chishimba Kambwili before
exactly
they'd look at him.
Exactly. so there's certain things that I say and I'm like, Zambians, what's wrong with us? Because how are you going to vote for somebody? How are you going to put somebody in power who wasn't planning for it? And then you have somebody in opposition who's been planning for it. Planning, like, if at that particular point, when we're like, oh, EL, all of these different things. If they were asked, it's like, what's your plan for farmers in Dundumwezi? He didn't have one.
Didn't have shit for
that. He didn't have one because it's like he wasn't thinking about it.
Even something as simple as a drainage system. He wasn't thinking of shit like that.
He wasn't thinking about that.
No. He was what? Minister of Defense, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, before he became the president. I think that is the...
Minister of Justice.
Justice.
He was Minister of Justice.
That's right? The one that he... Because he's a lawyer. So.
He's a lawyer. And the thing is, it's... So you're going to get this person who's told you. Yes, we know what he meant to say, but those are just the facts. He wasn't planning. He didn't have aspirations to become the president of the country and lead over 15 million people. He didn't plan it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And then there's somebody in the wings who's been planning for it. But y'all don't like him because he's got money.
Because he's
rich and he's a businessman.
Yeah, people, that's been hanging on his head, like he's a Freemason.
Yeah, it was the same thing with. It was the same thing with Mazoka.
Yeah. That was like the smear campaign.
That was a smear campaign to get people not to vote for somebody.
Yeah,
you know.
But he was well on his way to being the next president.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I have to say that the PF were genius in highlighting the fact that the late President Michael Sata had handpicked him to be the next one. So it's like, yo, this is the person the guy chose. Yeah. But that was an odd decision. Like I'm like in hindsight, it's like, what was it about this man?
And that
made the late man choose him?
And that's not true. That's not a true statement.
It's not true?
He wasn't handpicked.
So what happened? I mean, that's like the story that's been going around.
It's like, look, he used to choose him when he leaves the country. It's like, oh, you're acting president. So he wasn't, it's like, no, you're going to be president after I die. It's like, oh, you're acting president. When I leave the country, you're acting president. He was justice minister.
Yeah.
Who else would you want?
There you go.
Defense minister? He's going to look at the army and it's like, these guys are below me. I'm going to take over this shit.
Yeah.
Easily.
What time?
Dude is like out of the country. It's like, yo, Mr. President, don't come back.
Yeah.
Now it's my country. So you come back here at 12.
So that wasn't a true story.
No, that's not a true story.
Really? I thought that was what it was.
No.
God damn.
Because if that was true, then why the hell were people like Chimbakambuli wanting to be president at the same time. When Sata died.
His widow wanted to be president.
What's his name? Given Lubinda wanted to be president.
That is true. That is true. I did not take that into account.
Yeah,
like
all of those people.
Even the widow wanted to be
there were
president.
Several. I think more than 10 individuals who wanted to be president of the PF. So if everybody in the party knew, and these were heavyweights, still are heavyweights in the patriotic front.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And they had supporters in the patriotic front.
Yeah.
So all of those guys didn't get the memo that Sata said that this is who I want. No, that's a lie. He was never handpicked.
So how did he get there? How did he get to the top then?
Because that's what people are told, and those are the lies that they are fed.
Propaganda.
It's a propaganda thing. So it's like, yes, he was handpicked to be president in sitting when the president is away, acting president, basically. Just the same thing. It's just like, God forbid, but if the president got sick or died out of the country, and it's like, oh no, he handpicked in Ongewina. No, she's just the acting president when he's away.
Yeah, that's true. All right,
simple as that.
So getting to Dora Silia, all right, in the midst of all this chaos about the fuel hike, there was questions being raised, like where the cheap oil that was supposed to
Saudi oil, Saudi cheap oil,
and then they said it was only good for 6 days. So I'm like, so a whole delegation left the country using taxpayers' money, to go to another country, to discuss oil that would be good for 6 days, And what's your problem? Now the question is, when was the price reduced for those? Was the price reduced for those 6 days because it was cheaper oil, or are we still paying the same amount?
I don't know. It was just for 6 days. Just 6 days. What? Why so many questions, Chromez?
It's like oil worth $20 million. And
the funny thing is, like when Mwewantu tweeted that, and then she responded to it, because it was like, oh, the Saudi oil, blah, 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 blah. And then she responded to it. It was sort of like, whoa, Manyala, that fuel was just for 6 days.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what. And then it's like, but.
Wait a minute.
Are
you serious?
Are you serious?
Oh,
so
my God.
Like, all of those questions that you just raised come up now. So it's like, so you went to Saudi Arabia and told them, it's like, oh, now we just give us fuel 6 days. Just.
Someone had a great theory. I saw someone tweet this. And they were like, Dora Silia, who is the Minister of Information and Broadcasting,
Chief Government Spokesperson.
Yeah. Somebody tweeted like, why is it that this woman only tweets things she knows will rile people up?
Yeah.
And I can't just remember the user, but they were like, yo, I really think this woman doesn't like the PF and actually might want to bring them down. And so that's why she's pissing people off on Twitter.
She was MMD.
Yes, and that was the point he raised.
MMD, yeah.
It's like this. I feel like, and I was like, yo, you might have a point, because she's really like last night she tweeted this, and I quote: "China is no longer the maybe, but is here and now.
Yeah.
It's expected as biggest economy soon.
Yeah.
It is not going anywhere. Instead of fighting it, let's find positive ways to engage nationally and at business levels. Opportunities abound, but only I, seeing glass half full, will reap."
Yeah.
End quote. So it's like, put out that tweet, and
people
how people feel.
Mad.
People how people feel about the Chinese right now.
Yeah.
It's like the feeling is you're taking all the land.
Yes.
That's the general consensus. That's what people are feeling right now. It's like you're taking all the land. We've seen a few of you, some of you, attack Zambians.
Yeah.
You killed a Zambian.
Yeah.
You shot a Zambian in the ankle and didn't really care.
Yeah.
You got military training going on, private military training. It's like, people ain't too happy about Chinese.
Not at all.
And it's like, and remember I was saying this, it's like, the government knows people are not happy. So why don't they make it a point to make sure that they calm the situation down? Things look shady right now. It's like, if
they need to you know what I think the government needs to do? The government needs to hire a PR company.
Need to get the PR girls.
Not PR girls, man.
Monday
PR
and
girls.
Shimbachi, they get them.
Not those girls. Not those.
And then you see, you know what? I really believe this theory. I might believe it. All right, not 100%.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, look, another tweet here. Times of Zambia aiming to increase revenue by targeting Chinese market. Today's edition has a Chinese version of the top story. They want to tap into Chinese advertising.
I saw that tweet. I don't know. Was she complaining or was she praising them?
She's praising them for looking at an opportunity and taking it, which is also in tandem with the other tweet where she's like, China is no longer a maybe. They're here to stay. So, and I said this on the radio show, like for the Times of Zambia to choose to run a story that's in Mandarin, that's very telling about how many Chinese people we have in the country. There's a lot of them.
It's a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them.
So the numbers are stacking up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So there you go. And then it's like, before, I would think we would have a story in the what language the Indians speak or something, because we got like a huge Hindi. It could be Hindi.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't want to be disrespectful. That's why I was like that language that they use. So I'm like, we've had Indians in our country for a long time. And there's a substantial,
like proper Zambian Indians.
Yeah. So before we could even get the Chinese, like the Mandarin, like why didn't we do this for that back in the day? Or have you ever seen?
No.
Somebody was asking a question like, have you ever seen a story in Bemba or Nyanja, which are like our biggest local languages in the country?
In one of these papers, no.
So what's this shit about?
It's probably you never know. You know, foreplay.
They might be dropping a whole.
You might.
Apparently,
the Times of Zambia might get privatized.
Oh shit!
And then you have part Chinese owners. I mean, ZBC. That's kind of what's happening, right?
Look. Well, they clarified that the Chinese they don't have ownership. It's just they get 60%, I believe, on the Top Star side. So it's not ZNBC. It's like, the whole digital migration thing. It's like that platform, because Top Star is from China.
Yeah.
So they struck a deal and China has 60%, but they don't own ZNBC. That's the story that they gave us.
Yeah. But like they still own some. They still own some. You understand? They still own some. So I'm saying maybe they could also try to be doing the same thing with Times of Zambia. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Because it's like, look, for me at the end of the day is it's coming down to respect the buyer. You know what I mean? You cannot you laugh at his jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he needs the back of his ear scratched, you scratch his ear.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing. It's like if China are the ones with the money, they're dictating what we do. We fuss so much about the World Bank this, the World Bank that. They want to give us money and tell us what to do with it.
Yeah.
But like that's exactly what's happening with the Chinese, and the Chinese are a little bit more brutal.
There you go.
Because it's like, okay, cool. So it's like, you want the money? All right, cool. Here you go. I saw a poster. This is how scary it is. I saw a poster. Someone put it up on social media, and it had Chinese writing, and and then it also had in English, "We sell land." And I'm like, you are a Chinese company, and you're selling Zambian land, because obviously that land they're selling is not in China.
Of course not.
You know what I mean? So it's like you come from China into Zambia and you're able to sell Zambian land. How is that even possible?
Yeah.
What type of business certificate do you have? Who gave you that business certificate?
What does the law say about that?
You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, I was mind boggled. It's like, how do you have things like this? Can I do this? Can I go to South Africa and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna be selling land, your land to you? It's weird.
No.
It's weird.
So Dora's antics on Twitter, I have to say. Another tweet. Government has began a process to take legal action against the Africa Confidential for a smear campaign against the people of Zambia.
Like
the people of Zambia? The fuck you talking about?
I feel
it's
like
you, the fucking government.
I feel like
niggas got exposed.
she's
Man.
I feel like she's being a junior Donald Trump right now. With her, you know, I think somebody, I don't know if it's her, I don't know if she has kids, but like some young person told her how Twitter works, and then she just goes off on it. She hasn't fully grasped the power that it has and what exactly that she's doing.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even when she puts out the statements, it's like she might even mean something else or mean it a certain way, but like when it comes out, it's just like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna reply and say, it's like, well, that fuel was actually just for 6 days. It's like, so the whole government went to Pandidida fuel for 6 days.
Exactly.
That's what you.
So you think she's not being malicious?
She's not being malicious.
She just really believes.
She just doesn't know. She just doesn't know. Because I'm not gonna believe her if she comes out after this, or hypothetically speaking, PF doesn't win. And then she comes out after this like, oh, okay, you remember what I was doing? That was all a front. It was all to bring them down. This guys, I'm staunch MMD till nah, we don't believe you.
I'm being a conspiracy
I would not
theorist,
believe
man.
that.
Fuck that. I'm being a
forget about it.
conspiracy theorist.
Like, Zambians don't go that deep in there.
So this week we also found out from Dora that she said government can confirm that the allegedly stolen DIFD cash transfer contribution, which was sitting in the Zanaco Bank, has been returned back to DIFD upon their request. Government 75% contribution is being dispersed because we did say, the government, this is their initiative, social cash transfer. So donors just add on to the money, and so they've given them back the money that wasn't stolen, and Emerine Kamanchi still doesn't have a job.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why was she fired?
He's still asking.
Why was she fired? Why was Irene Kamanchi fired?
Emerine
Kamanchi. Why was she fired? We want to know.
Yeah.
Please tell us.
True.
Please tell us.
If the money didn't go missing.
Yes. Then why was... because the story that came out when all of this started happening is, oh no, the president actually made an inquiry about this, right?
Yeah.
So if the money was already there, why was he making an inquiry? Nobody told him it was in Nzanako. How incompetent are you? You don't know that the money is in the account. Yeah. The president, the leader of this country, is asking, and you don't like. Yeah. You didn't. I don't know. What do they have? They could have done. What do you call it? Mobile money transfer. Zap it. Zap it to the president. Here's the money. It's there.
It's there, boss.
It's there, boss.
Yeah.
Emerine wasn't told. It's like, that money that you're in charge of is in the account.
So the question is now, if the money is there, how did Zampost buy all those expensive cars? Where did that money come from? Because like we said, people ain't sending letters like that, bro. Like, government officers still use letters because they're still behind and shit. But still, nobody's really using mail. Nobody's licking stamps these days.
I think it was probably...
I can smell some bullshit coming out. Sound like a fucking politician about to lie right now.
No, I'm being serious here. I think it was probably money or change that was left over from the 42 million fire trucks that were bought.
So they gave it to Zampost.
They gave it to Zampost. Be like, oh yeah, guys, remember that money there? Yeah, we bought the fire trucks, but there's still money left over. So you guys also buy cars. Yeah,
but that's
you remember, like, it's like Zambia. Oh, we always do this. You remember the time we decided, it's like, no, what do we do? What should we buy? What should we buy? Forget ambulances. Let's buy hearses, and they bought hearses. You remember that? Hearses. Everybody gets a hearse. You get a hearse. Everybody gets a hearse.
They were expensive as fuck too. God damn.
And then now, so like, I think it was just money left over. All of that. So sorry, Marine, but
and unfortunately, tenders don't work like that. They give you the exact money that you
Really?
need to buy
Really?
something. Yeah,
yeah,
they don't
not
work
in
like
the
that.
Z, bro.
If I'm giving you, I'm offering you, I'm awarding the tender to you. I'm giving you money that you need to use to buy that particular stuff. There's no leftovers.
Oh,
Yeah. Then I'll pay you for your services. But that money you don't fuck with that money. That's how it's supposed to work.
well. Then we'll just have to wait for a tweet from Dora. We'll just wait for Dora Celia to tweet.
Yeah.
So, and probably tell us, fill us in on some of the things, man.
Yeah.
Man, Zambia.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah. We're in a mess, man.
We're in a mess. And the thing is, it's just like the mess is there. But like, please, this is the thing that upset me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, don't tell me there is no mess. Don't tell me there's no mess.
Yeah.
Tell me it's like the mess is there, but we're doing everything we possibly can to rectify stuff. You know, it's like we're doing everything that we possibly can. The government is working. The president is doing this. The president is doing that. But the thing that annoys me is you come out and you tell me it's like, nah, there's no. This is a smear campaign. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is a smear campaign. Things in Zambia are not that bad.
Yeah.
You know, you got fewer 16 kwacha. Cost of living is over 5,000 kwacha for a family of 6.
Yeah.
Basic stuff. You understand what I'm saying? JCTR, check that out.
Yeah.
That's so you can't tell me everything is all good.
No,
why? Because you've got aircon and you're driving a Range Rover. No, it's not all good.
That's a sweet ass Range Rover, by the way.
People are suffering out here, and if you can't take that, into consideration, and act like you are doing something, and act like it's a panicky situation. People are dying out there, you know. And then you just want to act like, no, it's a smear campaign. Everything is all good. The Chinese are just proper guys. They're just here to, help us out, just wipe our asses and not want anything in return. That's what the Chinese are. Our ass wipers. Giving us money for free. Just chilling, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
She's still hot, though.
Yeah, she's still hot.
Yeah, she's still hot.
Got a nice car and all of that.
Yeah. Call me.
I don't think you would. Probably have her on the podcast.
Hey.
That'd be cool.
We're inviting you to the podcast. How about that? Come through. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Very sad story, though.
Super sad.
The Yunza situation.
Vespas Shimuzila, rest in peace.
Yeah. So, background here. University of Zambia students went out and rioted.
Right.
Because of alleged, because they weren't paid their meal allowances. Yeah. And the state police, paramilitary police went and invaded the campus, the Great East campus. Apparently they beat up students,
tear
gassed.
Oh, Shabowski.
Yeah, and then this resulted in the death of the lady you mentioned.
Vespas.
Yeah, and then there was another lady who, I believe it was a lady, who got
suffocated as well, but
but they managed to. Yeah, she's
in hospital. I don't know if she's out, but like last we heard, she was in hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, police brutality. And I know we talked about police brutality.
We spoke about this.
Yeah, I think it was in the previous podcast. Yeah.
Look, number one, the students rioting, because even the story after it broke was, I think the management was like, I don't know why the students rioted, because their meal allowances are going to be ready next week.
Yeah, that's what they said. So they're like, these riots were not warranted because we're going to give them the money.
So the students didn't know that? It was not communicated to the students?
Speak on it.
It wasn't like, was this not communicated to the students? Did you not hear the rumblings around the, things might get crazy, things? Because this just doesn't happen overnight. People just don't wake up. It's like, today we are going to riot. Probably took a couple of weeks. It was building up.
Yeah.
So nobody thought, to say it's like, oh, okay, no, don't worry, we're looking into this and it will be sorted out next week. Do not worry, no need to take to the street. Nobody decided to do that
because they do know what happens when this is not the first time.
This is not the first time.
It's happened 1,000
Unza students
times.
do that all the time. Yeah. Unza students do that all the time.
They go out there and they fuck shit up.
And
Y'all
the
know that.
thing is, there was, you hear of all of these different things that responsibility should be taken on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My daughter is 7 years old this year.
Mm-hmm.
She got my wife's glitter and she poured it on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife was like, why did you do that? And she was like, because I like glitter. Now there's glitter all over the bedroom, there's glitter on the sheets, there's glitter.
Yeah, that's cute.
But she's a kid. She's not thinking about sweeping, all of that stuff. She's not thinking about that. I'm not excusing what Unza students did and the riots and them taking to the streets, but you know that they do this. Mm-hmm. Don't you think you should have learned how to handle them by now in a way that doesn't cause things like this to happen?
Especially because of the frequency of such events. Like it's almost every year.
It's almost every
There's
year.
at least 1 or 2 riots that break out.
Yeah.
And, things get burnt, cars get smashed, all of that. And y'all just keep on doing the same thing? Like aren't people learning from history? Like, what the fuck is history there for? Like, if certain things keep happening a certain way every time, then you know what to do, right? Before it actually happens.
Yeah.
But niggas they like don't give a fuck. Like, what is it?
There was
I think government just doesn't have money, bro.
What do you mean? They don't have money for what?
I don't think. I think money is going somewhere. And it's not going to where it's supposed to go.
It's in the Zanaco account. It's in the Zanaco account. Look, I'm gonna open a Zanaco account ASAP, bro.
I mean, wasn't the recently like government workers weren't paid on time for a while, and the word was like, money is going somewhere else.
Where is it going? To who?
We got debt.
Okay, look.
Maybe the person
I
that
don't
signs
know.
off wasn't around. Like, what is
but
it?
here's the thing. It's just like there's a time. I think there was a time when I was at the police station. I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was. That was after a night of craziness and buffoonery, weirdness, and all of that. I lost my NRC, and I was getting it replaced. This was some time back.
Yeah.
And then I was there, and I heard one of the guys come in, one of the police officers come in. I was at the police office, Central Police.
Yeah.
I was there, trying to get a police report, whatever. And then one of the police officers comes in and says, it's like, I think Evelyn Horn want to start rioting. So they started, riot gear. Started putting on riot gear and all of that. But it was just one of those where it was brewing. And then they were waiting, the police were waiting for the go from the other guys who were at the scene to tell them, it's like, it's on now.
Come through.
And then one of the police officers said, it's like he waited for about 10-15 minutes. It's like, swatu my phone, kapena bayo pa bafana ka friendly.
What the fuck does that mean?
Basically, like, like a fight. Like if you're preparing, it's like you and your guys are gonna beat up the other guys in the other street type situation. It's like, friendly, type thing.
So they're going there with force.
Basically. They're going there with force.
Yeah, that's like the initial
it's no
motive.
compromise. It's not like we're gonna try and talk to you. I don't know if they ever go there with megaphones and be like, yo, please go back.
I ain't never seen ZP
please
with a
go
megaphone,
back.
bro.
Because the thing is, it's like, for me, it's always like, oh yeah. If the guys are a little bit unruly, they go get the guys from Lilai.
Yeah.
Go get the recruits. It's like they just come and they just beat.
Yeah.
You know, they don't care where you were, what you were doing. They don't care if you are running away from the rioting guys and running towards the police for safety. As long as you are at the campus, they will catch you, they will beat you.
God damn.
That is a fact. So why do you always have to use excessive force? I don't get it. Why is there is no strategy? There's no strategizing. There's no, oh, this is the plan to make sure that, you know, people don't get hurt, to make sure that, because it's not a police force anymore. It's a police service. That's what we know.
Yeah.
It's changed. Oh, it's not Zambia Police Force. It's Zambia Police Service.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're there to help, why are things like this happening? Why the excessive force? It's always excessive force.
Always. Because even like what led to the death of the student at Yunza is, well, this lady apparently wasn't even taking part in this riot. She was just in her dorm, I believe. And then they shot tear gas canisters into the rooms.
Yeah.
And then a fire broke out, and it was just over after that.
Yeah, it was over.
Because it's like, yo, you run outside, you bump into the police, and whoever is running around, like you said, they nab you.
Yeah.
They beat you up and throw you into the van.
Yeah, so you're
stuck.
You're stuck. You're scared to go downstairs.
Yeah.
You're scared to go outside.
There's a fire. What do I do? Do I hide out here, try and not get caught?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that, you might be suspended, because that's what they said. Like, you get expelled, actually. Like, we catch you rioting,
You get expelled.
you're gone. We don't give a fuck. And then I don't know if they were talking about how they were gonna put like security cameras around Yunza, and if you're caught doing dumb shit, then you're gone.
Look, there are certain things that we see people riot in other countries all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. You know? Police go there, even in force, but it's never deadly force. If they go with shields to protect themselves, you know, they go with short buttons in case, you know, things get a little bit hectic and rowdy. But just the presence of the police itself is a deterrent for a lot of people.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
it's just when they get there.
Yeah.
It's a deterrent, because it's like nobody wants to die for a meal allowance. That would be just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, no matter what happens, I will not rest, and you know, until I get my meal allowance. Nobody wants to die for that. Guys there want to go to university, want to get their degrees, their masters, whatever it is. They want to have successful lives and successful families. You know, nobody's gonna die for that. But somebody has died. Fourth year student. Think about that. Think about the money that they spend. Think about the people who are sitting there thinking, it's like, we lost our child for what?
Yeah. And she wasn't even taking part in
She wasn't
any
even
of that
taking
bullshit.
part in this rubbish. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh man. So I just have to say, the university put out a statement, and then, you know, they basically downplayed the situation, and it was kind of disheartening for me. It's like there's a life that has been lost here. And your response is you're not even like saying, you're not talking about how the police involvement in this is what caused this death. You're not pointing that finger.
All of them need to get sued.
They do.
Sue them.
The family needs to sue.
Sue. You know, Unza.
Yeah.
Number one, for not having adequate, I don't know, maybe it's fire extinguishers, fire mechanisms in case a fire breaks out in one of the rooms. All right, sue them for that. They're responsible, they're liable, even if it's a civil case or whatever it is, but sue them. All right, sue the police, because if it wasn't for them, this wouldn't have happened.
Straight.
It's as simple and as plain as that. So sue them.
Sue them. For real.
It's somebody's responsibility. Somebody died, and it's somebody's fault, because she wasn't doing anything. It's like she didn't jump from a building and then die, and then be like, oh, it's her fault. No.
Yeah.
Somebody killed her.
Straight. And you know, Tori, my co-host on radio, we were having this conversation on radio, and she mentioned something very, no, she didn't say it on air. You know, we talked about it in the background. She was like, yo, like if this was in the UK or something, the head of the university would have to lose his job.
Absolutely.
Somebody at the police station has to lose their job.
Yes.
Or just quit.
But they don't care.
Or something.
They don't care.
There you go.
They don't care. They don't
give
care.
a
It's
fuck.
just another student who died. Oh no, the students. You know how these students are. Yeah. And it end there.
And that is horrible.
That is horrible.
That we're at this place where you can speak of human life like
that. They don't care.
Like because the thing is, when you say Yoon's a student, it sort of takes away the fact that this is somebody's child.
Yes, it does.
We have her name.
Yes.
She comes from somewhere. She was studying something, and she was in her 4th year.
Yeah.
Like a real person who had friends and family, people that love her. You know.
It's annoying.
Nobody's thinking like at that level.
No, yeah, they're thinking about, it's like, hey, I lose my job because of her. My pension.
Who are those people that were shooting those tear gas canisters into the rooms?
See,
we need to get their names.
Things like that. Investigations.
Because those are the stupid
yeah.
fools. You know what I mean?
Investigations like that don't happen. I don't think. For me, it's.
And JJ said that.
Yeah, investigations.
Night. It's like, what investigations? It's like, oh, we're looking into the matter, but that's just what they say to the media.
Yeah, but it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. When is the last time you heard a police officer was held liable for something that he did? You know, apart from the blatant ones.
The Bucci Township.
Yeah, apart from the blatant ones where it's like, okay, look, he offed him, but like in those dodgy situations. In situations
because you can point him out.
Yeah,
like,
you can
this
point
is the
him
guy
out.
that
This
shot.
is the guy who was doing this.
But when it's deeper and it's like sort of like, you know, there's a lot of police. You don't know who did what. The lines are blurred.
Like that's where these people are supposed to have. I don't know. You hear this word in movies, internal affairs. Where internal affairs can investigate a matter and find somebody responsible, and they lose their job because they acted. You know, there's a code of conduct.
Yeah.
That even police officers should adhere to.
Yeah.
So if they're not adhering to that, fire them. If you have a trigger-happy cop, trigger-happy police officer, fire him.
Straight.
Fire him. It's like, no, you were not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to discharge your gun at this particular point.
Yeah.
Stupid idiot who put a gun out on you. It's like, that's not how you conduct yourself.
Yeah.
Those are some of the basics I think you should learn. It's like, you can't just be walking around with your AK and then you pull it out because you got into a disagreement.
Over a pie.
Over a pie. What a stupid pie. Trying to impress your little thought.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you better listen to the previous podcast.
Yeah.
Episode 3. Where we broke down the story where I almost got shot over a pie. Yeah. So, rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Vespas. Shemuzila,
condolences to the family.
Condolences to you, your family, your friends, all of those different people, and hashtag justice for Vespas.
Yeah, official hashtag. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. What else are we touching on?
One of the big story is that in the world of hip hop, anyway, Suge Knight was sentenced to 28 years.
Oh yeah. The bullies off the streets.
The bullies off the street, man.
He had to go.
Now the prisoners are gonna suffer, man. It's crazy.
Nobody's fucking with Suge.
Nobody's messing around with Suge, bro. Suge is what? He's a big dude. I don't know if it's like 6'3", and then he's wide.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
His voice is not that big, but like, yo, he's the type of guy who you would probably be on the phone. It's like, yo, you messing around with my girl? And I was like, yeah, man. Yeah, what are you talking about? What you talking about? Oh, you want to come see me, man. Come see me. And then you show up and it's like, yo.
Sorry, bro.
I'd be like, it's like, yo, my cousin sent me and he just wanted to say, it's like, yo, it's all good. So you can just get the girl. It's like, but Suge will probably give you an ass whooping to give to your cousin, man. It's crazy.
Straight. So 28 years for Suge.
28 years for Suge. So Suge Knight.
He hit and run someone, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it hit and run?
Yeah.
On the set of Straight Outta Compton.
Straight Outta Compton. Now he showed up. He showed up to the set. And he basically says that he had a gun pulled on him. That's what he says. So
while he was driving,
when trying to run away, it's like one of the guys came to the car and then pulled a gun on him. All right. Okay. So in trying to run away, he backed away he reversed and ran over the guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the official story.
That's the official story. I saw the video. It was actually very, very disturbing. I saw the video.
Yeah, and I
a little while back.
I didn't watch the video. Like, such
it was
graphic
disturbing.
things.
It was very, very graphic, and it was weird. But Sujan's off the street.
Yeah. Eligible for parole in what, 10 years?
Yeah.
But I was saying, like, his antics are well documented. So it's like, I think he's not coming out.
He's not gonna.
They're gonna go back.
Sugar's gonna do some dumb stuff in prison.
Yeah.
He's gonna do some dumb stuff in prison.
But he should write a book. I believe he should do that.
He should write a book.
Yeah, make some money off of that.
He can definitely make good money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because we do want to hear the story.
So tonight's son says that Tupac is alive and well.
He needs to get off the meds that he's on, bro. Whatever meds he's on.
Tupac is alive and well.
He's in Malaysia.
He's in Malaysia.
Oh, the fuck out of here with that shit.
He's in Malaysia, bro.
What would Tupac be doing in Malaysia?
They have that cheap surgery in Malaysia, bro.
So
they have a lot of transvestites and whatever's in Malaysia, and they do a lot of surgery in Malaysia.
So you think Tupac is
No, he didn't change his sex.
How you gonna disrespect the goat?
He changed. He probably changed his complexion a little bit. You know what I mean?
No, fuck that.
Came lighter, grew some hair. He's got a afro. Probably perm. He's just a different dude now. You know.
But if Tupac was alive, where do you think he'd go? I don't think he'd go to Asia.
No.
He'd probably come to Africa.
He'd probably come to Africa.
Could be in Mtendere or something.
Yeah. No, not Mtendere.
Kawata? No.
Nah. I think he would not. I don't know. Maybe Zambia is too low key, bro. I think he still needs some access to some girls and stuff like that. I think he would.
Think he can get girls here?
He can get girls here, but like, you know what I mean? I think he would probably go to SA.
Okay, now please explain why. Are they? Okay,
like,
I think you're leading somewhere with this. And feel free to get Fanatik the fuck out of here because of the shit he's about to say. Oh yeah, please take the floor, sir. Daniel.
Yeah, okay. Dr. Spin, put a spin on this.
Let's hear this shit.
Alright, what I'm saying is Tupac was all about that thug life.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
So
thug life, you know, he wants a place that's a little bit rugged and rough. South Africa. You know what I mean? Still wants a place where he can get girls, and the girls are a little bit, you know, a little bit more upfront and a little bit more rah, all of that. South Africa, bro.
So we don't have such women here?
No, we don't.
Really?
Zambian girls are decent.
The ones you've met?
Even the ones that are not decent are still decent. Even the not decent ones. We know you've been around. All right? We know they're still going to be like, but what are we? It's like, no. We're just smashing. It was like, no. Tell me we're something. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I think it's just a lot of pretense, though.
There's a lot of pretense, yeah. Because like nobody wants to be like the bad girl.
So South African babes are just like
they're a little bit more out there, you know, the extroverts. Zambian girls are a little bit shy. Yeah,
but they get rowdy.
They get rowdy.
They get rowdy.
They get rowdy, but like it's just that don't tell anybody. And then they go to the next one and don't tell anybody. And then the other one, don't tell anybody. The whole shit. Don't tell anybody the whole block.
But niggas still talk.
So, yeah. So even like the guy.
So women in SA are openly fucking and not caring who's talking shit.
Not necessarily. Not all of them. I'm saying it's like they're more of extroverts.
So is that
like American women, you know?
Is that a blanket statement?
An American woman would, you know, they'll be like, "Oh, you're so fine," whatever. Would you ever hear
a Zambian girl say that?
A Zambian girl say that, like, not on Twitter, not whatever, not those 4 boys, not those 4 boys who've gone by. No, like they still act all, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, like the word I'm using is decent. That's what I'm saying. It's like she could have messed around with everybody in the whole hood, the whole neighborhood, but nobody goes around saying it's like even the guys, because guys are not really like, "Hey, I know that." No, it's like they'll be like, "Yo, I hate it. Yo, I hate it. Yo, I hate it." And then the guy comes from Kablonga and then finds this girl, and then it's like, all of these guys and none of them are approaching. Let me take her. You know, who have you been with? It's like, just 3 guys. And then the maximum is 5 for girls. 5, you know.
J. Cole already said multiply that by 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So that's what, 25?
That's what it is.
No, that's 15 actually. Shit,
Yeah.
my math is bad. Yeah. So, did we go off on a tangent there?
No. We were talking about Soulja Knight.
Yeah, we're talking about Tupac,
Soulja
like where he
Knight
would
and then
go.
Tupac and then
So Tupac would go to South Africa.
South Africa. I don't think he'd be in Zambia.
Okay.
There's not enough action in Zambia.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just even places to chill, fam.
I hear there's strip clubs in there on the ground in this city.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think the caliber of those girls are in the strip clubs?
God damn.
For somebody like Tupac. For somebody like Tupac,
you got a lot
who was
to
in
say.
the United States. keep in mind, he was in the United States of America.
So
He was able to go to Atlanta, Georgia,
yeah.
and go to the strip clubs there. And you know, like, they have something in the water that the government puts for black women in Atlanta, Georgia, that makes them have big booties. This is facts.
Fuck
This
that.
is facts. Like, no, it's
So
true.
why would the government
It's
want
true.
big fat asses in Atlanta,
For
Georgia?
the black community, bro.
For what?
So that the rich entertainers can go and spend money on the strippers and in the strip club.
So what does it do to the men? Because they're all drinking the same water.
No. It's just specifically like there's a specific tap, like
Oh,
black
God.
booty tap water.
Full of shit.
Somebody is gonna think it's like this is actually true. No, it's not true. With your skinny self,
Nah, I think-
stay here in Zambia. There's no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Fanatik hates Zambian women. I think we've learned that
What do
today.
you mean? I'm married to one. I
Yeah.
love Zambian women.
You got the best one that you could find, right?
Yeah, like she's awesome. She's
She's
fly
amazing.
as hell.
Yeah.
You know, fly as hell.
Yeah.
But I don't hate. What would you say? I hate Zambian women, bro.
Because you've mentioned the fact that there are better women in South Africa and in the United States. And God knows what you think of women from Nigeria.
Yeah, they're
In other place. There you go. So
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
So Zambian. So what about Zambian women? We got beautiful women out here, man.
Look, all I'm saying is like there's certain things. Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians. This is just like let's go region by region. A lot of Nigerians are big, tall. Senegalese, same thing. Tall, dark, right? South Africa, they're a little shorter. They're thick, and most of them are yellow.
And Zambian?
Zambian weed is like it's a mix, man. It's kind of like a mix. It's a mix of everything. It's like we got skinny, we got thick, we got everything.
All right, man. We gotta wrap it up.
We gotta wrap it up. Cro's trying to get me in trouble, bro.
man.
Hey, I love my Zambian women.
You ain't out of the woods. I'll tell you that.
I love my Zambian women.
Feel free to get
All
this
right.
nigga the fuck out of here. And I'll start by throwing him into the toilet right now. Yeah. Throwing you into the toilet, bro. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Flushing you down the toilet right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
And we're out of here, man.
We out of here.
Yeah. I know we were going to talk about Bobby East. Like, is he the biggest Zambian artist?
Oh yeah,
Let's address that on the next.
Yeah, we'll talk
podcast.
about that on the next one.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
big shout out to Bobby East. Bumped into him yesterday. Gonna watch him today
Yes.
do his thing.
Yeah, there's a big show today. So.
Yeah, he was actually in Livingston. Remember we spoke about that? He actually went to Livingston, went to perform in Livingston, and then it's like he got it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, we thought he was being phony because we were supposed to have him on the show today.
We're supposed to have him on the show today.
So we're like, how are you going to perform in
Livingston, but
Lusaka?
like he went. Yeah,
So he was out
yeah,
there.
I saw the picture and it was like, yo, big shout out, thank you to Livingston, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah. So he probably flew out there.
Yeah, we'll see if we can have him on the next one.
Yeah, we'll see.
It would be nice to,
We'll see.
to have a conversation with him here. All right, so remember, subscribe to the podcast YouTube on We Resolved Google Podcasts. So
Yes, check
if
that
you're
out.
an Android user, just search for Raw Conversations with Chromez and Fanatik. The whole thing, and you'll be able to find us. Better yet, just on our socials at Raw Con Podcast on Twitter. We have the link there, and it takes you to the different platforms where we're available.
True.
Same with Facebook, same with Instagram, which is Raw Conversations Podcast. And let's get socializing. There you go.
Let us know what you think about it, man.
Yeah.
Your feedback is absolutely appreciated. Thank you very much to everybody who's already been hitting us up. Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. We appreciate the feedback. Like in real life, it's always nice to get feedback in real life.
Like
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah, just not Twitter, like social. But it's just like when you meet and it's like, yo, your shit is really popping.
Cool.
We appreciate that. And also drop a review on Apple Podcasts. Like, let us know what you think of the podcast. And also recommend it to a friend.
True.
There you go.
There you go.